The Tournament of Power was one of the most popular anime events to ever happen, breaking the internet with the infamous fight of Goku, achieving Mastered Ultra Instinct, taking on the limit-breaking Jiren the Gray for the survival of every universe. With Dragon Ball continuing on to this very day, people began to create situations and new ideas to be seen on the internet. What if Cell was in the Tournament of Power? What if Jiren won? And even, what if Marvel was in the Tournament of Power? But one, if not the most popular idea was, what if Vegito fought Jiren? And today it's my turn to talk about this. But before we get into this, I want to ask you to like the video. This helps my channel grow and span to others, and I would greatly appreciate it. While you're at it, if you subscribe, the closer and closer we get to 10,000 subscribers, which is the goal we're trying to reach. So thank you. But for now, this event will take place right after the fight with Kefla, having Goku think to use Potara. Jiren overpowered Goku and Vegeta, and Beerus gets desperate so much that he yells out to put the Potara on, and they somehow get it. Put it on, and now Vegito is here. So who would win? It really depends on how we scale Vegito. Do we use the scaling we have prior to the Tournament of Power, or similar scaling to Gogeta Blue in his fight with Broly? As we all know, Potara is much more powerful than Metamaran, having more of a gap back in the Buu saga, but now it's much more closer of a comparison. However, Potara should be a little bit stronger still. With low ball scaling for Vegeta, he scales well above Super Saiyan 3 in base form, being at least 400 times stronger than base Goku. And while this is a low ball, it wouldn't be enough to be anywhere near the scaling for Gogeta, which seems to be much more relevant in Super than it is back in Z. And this statement is the lowest you can scale Vegeta by this point, as you can easily scale him to 10 times greater, scaling above Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks, who is 8 times greater than Super Saiyan 3 Goku. Another argument you can use is scaling similar to Kefla, who is tens of times greater than the few Z's beforehand. Of course, this probably shouldn't be used since Kefla had like multiple power amps afterwards, like to the point where Goku couldn't even sense the limit. So Kefla isn't meant to be used to scale proper fusion the same way other fusions are. This brings us to the scaling of Gogeta Blue and scaling to Vegeta Blue. The difference between their power is for Metamaran is that both fuses match power levels in base form to fuse, while Potara doesn't have the same issue being able to use their full powers. Base Gogeta in the Broly movie could combat Super Saiyan Broly, but only truly surpass that level as a Super Saiyan, whilst a weaker Super Saiyan Broly could literally fly through Goku and Vegeta's attacks in Super Saiyan Blue. Using this, Super Saiyan Fusion would be above both Super Saiyan Blue Goku and Vegeta, and this would mean Vegeta would slightly be superior to this. In comparison, Jiren was able to stomp Goku and Vegeta in Blue Evolved and Blue Kaioken times 20. This would probably mean that Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta would get blinked away because of the power ramp from the forms, but probably more of a gap here. With Goku achieving Omen 3, he is able to combat base Jiren, but still show to be weaker than them, requiring to go into MUI, Mastered Ultra Instinct, to truly dominate Jiren. Ultra Instinct was able to combat the difference between suppressed Jiren, who surpassed Fuzomatsu, and Goku's peak at that point with the Spirit Bomb, with the Spirit Bomb at least being stronger than Super Saiyan 3 as it could overwhelm Kid Buu better than Super Saiyan 3 Goku did, which would make Ultra Instinct Goku and by extension Jiren to be at least 20,000 times stronger than Blue Goku and Blue Vegeta by that point. Now while that's impressive, it's not enough, and let me explain why. Super Saiyan God scales above Goku's imagination, when in prior, he had access to Super Saiyan amped by the failed God ritual. The same Goku he was unsure could beat Beerus, while believing Super Vegito stood no chance at all. At this point in time, Vegito is nowhere near the same level he is now, being above Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks, whose Super Saiyan is above Super Saiyan 3 Goku, which, as I said before, could be around from 8 to 10 times of power amp. Not standing a chance, Vegito even with Super Saiyan 3 wouldn't win. As for God, being beyond imagination, the form should scale beyond a hypothetical Super Saiyan 3 Goku post the ritual. The form would be over 200,000 times stronger, which is literally 10 times greater than what we found for UI Goku and Jiren. This isn't even including Blue, Kaioken, or Evolved, which Vegito should definitely be able to achieve, Kaioken and Evolved more arguably, but it would be still way too much for Jiren to handle with just Blue alone. As for other stats, Vegito is way better of a fighter than Jiren, being stated as the perfect fighter back in the Buu arc and should have superior skill to Goku and Vegeta in the Tournament of Power. And Limit Breaker Jiren and MUI Goku had similar levels of power, yet Goku overwhelmed Jiren with high difficulty, probably due to techniques or just the natural power of MUI. So even if Vegito was equal in power to Jiren, which he isn't, he's far more, he would still slap because of his superior skill and techniques, having the Kamehameha, Final Flash, and Instant Transmission, as well as advanced techniques like the Final Kamehameha, and such should be difficult for Jiren to combat as well. What's worse about this is that because Vegito is superior to Goku, has more power and the right mindset after Goku and Vegeta have been training with Whis, Vegito should be able to achieve Ultra Instinct at a much greater extent and much easier than Goku ever should in the Tournament of Power. The only issue is for Vegito is the time limit, which Jiren could take advantage of if he knew about it, which he doesn't, and Vegito knows about it after his fight with Zamasu, which means he wouldn't let any chance to lose for it here, being more focused on winning like it against Zamasu, and more battle smart than he was in the Buu arc, targeting Jiren's weaknesses and exploiting it, that being Jiren's reluctance to work as a team and Jiren's emotional breakdowns, which can actually reduce your power from the 3 focuses of what power's key. It's actually similar to what Vegeta did in both canon fights, weakening their opponent by targeting their arrogance. Overall, in any taking of this fight, Jiren cannot and shouldn't be able to beat Vegito, and not even stand a chance against Super Saiyan Blue Vegito, let alone Blue Kaioken, Blue Evolve, or Ultra Instinct. Broly, who was stated as the strongest versus the strongest against Gogeta Blue, was easily beaten by said Gogeta, and these characters should be stronger than Jiren, in which case Vegeta would win even easier. In fact, Jiren is pretty weak in comparison to a lot of characters currently. I could make a video sometime in the future arguing Blue Goku is enough to solo the Tournament of Power by himself. If you guys want me to make such a video, get this video to 100 likes because that would very much help out. And with that all said and done, thank you all so much for watching. Peace out.